What's up YouTube? Just want to do a quick overview. Something very exciting happened in the recent past. After months of twizzling in the abyss, the DK2 has arrived. It's landed, and I've had it for about a week now. Basically, first day I got it, of course, it was Oculus, the greatest gift that I possess. But I plugged it in, gave it a quick whack, and getting the Oculus configuration utility and the setting up the HMD display mode to extended or direct to HMD, no problem. That's pretty straightforward. You know, you download the software, you install the software, you run it, and it basically comes up in your toolbox, and there you go, no problem, easy life. So I got the Oculus configuration utility demo running, which was awesome, I must admit. I wish the camera bounds were a little bigger, because the cable only stretches so far, right? So I don't know how long this thing is, maybe, I don't know, it's probably like 5 or 6 foot or something like that. But once it's actually plugged into your camera, which is sat on the TV, and you've got it plugged into the PC, right, which is sat over there, by the time I get to the couch, the Rift's like here. It's, you know, I can't get it on my face. So that's what this is for. So I got this chair here. It allows me to get a decent range of movement with my Swede while staying within the camera bounds. And it's pretty good, right? I mean, you can probably see this, right? I'm kind of like, you can kind of do this. I can kind of get up a bit. I can drop right down. The square's kind of here, so it's okay. And it tracks flipping wicked. It is amazing. It tracks where you are really well. And you know, if I push the chair back a bit, I can start looking under the desk in the Oculus configuration utility demo, and that's really cool as well. Straight off the bat, some of the things people have been talking about. So resolution, I think it's pretty damn good. I did try the DK1. I had it through work, and I borrowed it for like a month and gave it a good beasting, and I thought that was flipping amazing. Low res, yes. Epic experience, yes. This thing, it looks like it's at least double that. I'm not sure that it is, but it looks like it's double that. I know it's 1920p by 1080, but depending on how the optics warp the image, depends on how many the pixel density of the actual center of the screen, and that's the bit that really counts. So it seems very high. Certainly, to give you an idea, you're looking at tiny little points. It's almost impossible to determine the size of each individual color to the pixels, and they're certainly not typically square like they were on the original. So that's a bit of a bonus, because you know, you get these lateral, these parallel sort of lines, and then you know, right angle to those is really obvious when you got that kind of grid. This looks more like almost like a diagonal grid. It's not diamonds, so don't misconstrue me, but it certainly doesn't look as obvious as the DK1, and the resolution's high enough that, well, I'll talk about it more in game, so I can give you kind of examples as to where stuff is in focus and where it starts to lose it and all that sort of stuff. In terms of the comfort of the unit, it's not super light, but it doesn't bother me. I have a nose like Cyril Sneer, so it does rest on my nose, which can be a bit of a pain in the ass, and because I smashed it in like 7 times over the years, it's kind of crooked, and so on this side I can feel the Rift. Yeah, I just ran out of tape there. How irritating. But as I say, yeah, I can feel the Rift like resting across my gargantuan conch. But it's not too bad, and there's a sweet spot, right? So if I lift it off my massive nose slightly upward, then the highest resolution part of the image moves a bit up, you know, and if I put it down, the highest resolution moves down, and so, you know, if you have it right in the middle, it's okay, but over a little bit of time, as the pressure of the system drops down, I start to feel it on my nose. But maybe that's a good warning. It's like an indicator, like, your sweet spot's moved down, you need to move it up. I don't know. Anyway, but basically, comfort-wise, it's all right. It's not flipping amazing, considering what it does. technology-wise, what it actually does for the world and gamers in general, it's amazingly light. I mean, the hardware involved, this screen. I mean, imagine back in the day in the 80s where you had these like CRT monitors just hanging off your neck like a flipping elephant's trunk. Those were the days, right? But to be fair, this is pretty amazingly light considering what it's doing for us. What else can be said about the goddamn Rift? Okay, it's bloody hard to use. As I say, the initial setup is simple as can be, no problems at all. You just whack it in, you install the software, you turn it on, direct to Rift, no problem at all. But what I've found is that some games work with what's called direct to Rift mode, where you right click to open, you've got, you open with and all that rubbish. Well, you've got open on Oculus Rift, and sometimes you can do that and you get this direct to HMD mode, assuming that's what you've set in the configuration settings, and that's great. You don't see anything on your TV, it just comes straight to the Rift, and it seems to work really, really nicely. I'm not sure whether or not you have to run it that way in order to take advantage of things like time warping and other software tech that they're using to improve the experience, but it certainly seems a little better on direct to Rift when it works. And it feels like a better product, because you've got this thing that it's like, oh, the computer doesn't know what it's doing. It doesn't know how to talk to this machine. So direct-to-rift stuff feels like it does. As I say, I reckon maybe 80% of applications don't use direct-to-rift, so you have to set it to extended desktop mode. Sometimes you have to set the Rift to your primary monitor. Sometimes you have to set it to the secondary. And it's all just a lot of faffing about, basically. Actually getting any one thing to work properly takes a little bit of faffing about. Almost every game works slightly differently. But otherwise it seems okay. My intention anyway is to do tutorials on here because it was tough for me. It took me a week or so to get things working, so I figure what I'll do is I'll just show you the way to do every game that I do. I'll do a little tutorial vid showing you which lines to change in the configuration files, the initialization files for the game, where applicable, show you the settings, and just piecemeal, like bit by bit, this is how you get it running, and we'll get it running together, because I really wanted that, and I did look for that. I looked for these kind of videos, and they're out there, but there's conflicting ways of doing it. It may be that there are different computers that need a different way of doing it, but you had to change. Oh, you just have to change these two lines to these two other lines within the initialization file, and it's like, okay, do that. It doesn't work, right? So dig around, find an alternative that works. So I'll go through and I'll be doing that for every game I play. I figure I might as well jump in, right, and show you a game running on it, if I can get this goddamn capture software to work, and that's another beautiful thing. Oh man, you try to capture this stuff, it really doesn't like it. It really doesn't like it much. But I think I found a solution. It's an open source broadcasting software, OBS. Probably shouldn't push it too hard. I don't know whether it's as far as I know, it can't hurt my channel to tell you about OBS software, and as far as I can tell so far, it seems to work really well. So today's going to be the major test, but we're going to go with that. So if you type in OBS into Google, you'll find open broadcast software, and give it a blast. It's not too complicated. You go through. There's tutorials online if you want to learn how to use it. I could show you in my tutorial when I set it up. I'll be doing a tutorial for OBS ASAP. In the meantime, anyway, I'm going to jump straight in. I'm going to attempt to try and both play and stream, or not stream, but record. Play and record some bloody game footage from the wonderful, and let me tell you, it is the best game so far on the Rift as far as I'm concerned. People have different opinions. It is the best game on the Rift so far. It's Alien Isolation. It's flipping amazing. So, without further ado, as they say, let's jump into the Rift. See what the hell we get out of this. So, am I there? Yes. Is it configured? Seems to be. So here we go. I'm clicking start recording here. Yes. this. Has it got audio? Let's hope so. Alright. So I tend to use the Xbox controller. It just seems to be the Windows, Xbox controller. I just like it. I think the offset sticks make it one of the better controllers out there for without having to get like a hot ass joystick or a game, a wheel or whatever. This thing does a reasonable job overall. So, oh, and just so you know, I'm not going to start from the very beginning because I've seen a few videos of it, and frankly, bugger all happens for the first sort of 2 months in the game. Now, I'm hoping that you'll be able to see this. Let me just check. Well, I'm seeing it on my recording, and I'll edit it over the top in a bit. In fact, the best bet, yeah, sod it. Here we go. So, straight off the bat, here's something fun. These textures here, these ice textures on the piping, they actually stick out further than the pipes themselves. There's a depth sorting problem there. It doesn't quite get the depth right. Anyway, it's one of the few downsides, I guess. And I mean, I could talk for hours just about this, right? Look at this. This is ridiculous. If I lean in here, I can read, what can I see there? Before it goes dark, you've got system check, you've got test something, you've got reset system buttons. These are tiny little buttons with little writing. Your keycard must remain in the slot until all 3 progression lights go out. I mean, that is, okay, so I don't know if you can see me on the video now because I'm leaning, but that, yeah, it's there in my face. It's right in my face. And it just looks amazing. They put so much work, oh shit, what was that? Oh fuck, hang on. Okay, here's another thing, positional tracking, right? I can kind of lean in and lean out from my, lean in and out from my motion tracker. Oh shit, the Xenomorph. The Xenomorph has been released at this point. It's right at the beginning when you first have to face him. And oh god, he's tall, he's skinny, he's creepy as hell, and he's really fast. And he can hear you and smell you from a mile away. So, I don't know if you can hear that right, but he's around it somewhere in the vents. Oh shit, he's right on me. He's directly over my head. You see that? Okay, so he's in the vents above me, so I need to get somewhere else. Oh yeah, the details, right? Little boxes of tapes, like proper cassette tapes. I mean, it's clearly, art style's clearly based on the original Alien, and it's beautiful. I mean, it really is. The detail just in these little circles on the roof, the tiles, everything looks just amazing. They've done a brilliant job. The materials are fantastic. Here's something. Made for Rift games, there's been a lot of talk about best practices and stuff like that, and they're talking about using geometry instead of normal mapping, and here's an example of that, right on this wall, where you've got this little chink chink, they've actually cut in the lines. These aren't just normals, where they've used, tri-directional lighting maps, normal maps to determine how the light affects the surface. No, they haven't bothered with that. They've just actually built it into the geometry of the surface. Look, you can see it there as well, and it makes a big difference. They're right. Higher geometry really does help a lot, but it means that you have to have crazy LODs, levels of detail, so that, I mean, it might be, for instance, see that speaker there hanging? If I get back a bit, can I go back far enough? Let me see. Can I get back? No, not far enough, but there's the pop. So that little chunk of it pops in at that distance, so you don't, you have to get quite close before it really builds in all of this crazy geometrical detail, and that allows them to keep a reasonable frame rate. Oh shit, speaking of which, the frame rate is very, very good in this. I get more chop in Windlands, the free demo on Oculus Share, where you're grappling hooking about, crikey O'Reilly, where you're grappling hooking about, and the graphics are absolutely abysmal, but the frame rate is toss. Rubbish. So it just goes to show that a lot of the work that needs to go into these games is software, really. You know, I'm not running a top spec PC. It's an i7 3.2 gigahertz quad core, hyper threaded. I got 8 gigs of RAM and a GeForce 570 GX 570 Ti. Jesus, right, okay. Check this out, right. When you use an access terminal, I've heard some complaints about this. I don't mind it, to be honest, because there's a payoff in the matrix here, okay. I don't like the way it sticks to your face, so if I move my head back like this, I'm bringing the world with me. But I can lean in, not that I'd ever want to, because it's already right next to my face. But the reason being, and it's pretty obvious when you look at it, the resolution required to read this writing is this far. That's the distance, because if you could get further, it would blur and you wouldn't be able to read it. So what they've done is they've sort of forcibly got, instead of making the writing bigger, right, genius. Instead of making the writing bigger, what they've done is they've forced you into a position where you can actually read it even though it's bloody tiny. So let's have a look. Urgent martial investigation. I won't read them to you. I will if they're important, but I don't think that is. Environmental controls. Oh crap, I can hear it. Oh god, I'm dead. Oh my god. Motherfuck. Excuse me. Oh my god, that's so awful. Jesus. Ah! Oh, don't use the computer. Oh man. Oh man. That was freaking horrible. Yeah, so just like, it's really hard to describe the experience of having some weird black nodular phallus come blasting through your guts with no warning. Alright, so let's not waste any time at all. Okay, so yeah, the computer screens, I can see why they've done what they've done. It's just a necessity because of the resolution of the Rift. It'd be nice if you could just like move a bit further back and go, oh yeah, I can't read it, but and then move in intentionally to read it. That would be probably better than the current setup where you're just like, it's in your face, there's nothing you can do about it, which is kind of weird. But it's readable. It doesn't hurt my eyes to look this close. It's about 10 inches away. Activate cooling system, right? That sounds good. Alright, so that's done. Activated. Yeah, good. Alright. These graphics are mental. The keyboard's here, it just makes me want to type on it. Collect those little things, don't know what they are. Some kind of firing thing or something. Push these suckers in. Check this out. That's really nice. This is something that's cool in the Rift. When you got a glass pane, you got a room behind, you really get a sense of like, this is here, the room is there. Really nice depth. And the particles in this game are exemplary. They really are excellent. Check the old, check the tracker that I'm not about to be spit roast again. Stick that little sucker in there. Alright, so you've got all these nice details, right? The never sleep pills, it gives you this idea of a future, some kind of, you know, utopian future where you sleep when you die, and you know, as if sleep isn't important at all, or becomes less and less important. I mean, up there I can read systems control, access for what's that say? For science, access for science. That's brilliant. Oh, that's where science makes access to the systems control. You've got like a, what's that? What does that remind you of? One of those handles. Oh shit. Feck. Okay, so he's over there somewhere. He's above me. You know, once he's released in the ship, as far as I can tell, he just wanders around looking for flesh. And unfortunately, I'm probably one of the tastier morsels in this area. Let's search that little sucker. So, flare, scrap, compound B, whatever that is. X, take them all. Item maxed. I found that, I mean, people, I'll just show you. If you hold B, you got a radial dial here. You can choose flares, revolver, stun baton, noisemaker, smoke bomb, flashbang, EMP mine and med kit. And any of these that you can build, it gives you an opportunity to make them. But I maxed out on smoke bombs, flashbangs. Oh, I can make one. No, I can't. Hang on. Well, I'll try. So, yeah, So you add these items to it, and then there you go, making a flashbang, easy as that. So you make it out of scrap, basically, or whatever you can collect. And that mechanic works quite well, but you always end up with the stuff you don't want, and you never find the stuff you do. I suppose that's intentional, but EMP mine, oh yeah, why not? Oh, that's why not. Yeah, so I still need, what's that, a charge pack to make another EMP mine. It's a good mechanic. Oh, hello. Oh shit. Hide! Alright, the hiding mechanic is awesomeness. There he is, look. Yeah, so this is a great example of why the Rift absolutely rules. If you needed another. You know, looking at this grate in front of me, it's beautifully detailed. Well done, Sega. Well done, whoever it was. It looks bloody brilliant. And if I lean forward and focus beyond it, you know, I see the room. This then goes out of focus. It's fantastic. Doesn't go out of focus in terms of depth of field, although you can do that with this game, but I don't like it. But it goes out of focus because it doubles, you know, like you'd expect. And you know, I can purvey the room through the gaps. It's really cool moving around inside this little box. If you turn all the way around, it's not so bad in here, but in the lockers it's a little bit tight, and your motion tracker sticks through the wall and everything goes oh. Is it bug me? It must be, because that's right in the room! Sorry. Alright. Let's just keep it real. Keep it quiet. Don't kill me, please. Alright, here we go. Oh, this place. Yeah, so it even feels cold. It's really difficult to describe the experience of this. It feels cold. There's another example, these textures poking out, they're sticking out. The icy covering textures, they poke out further than the objects they're supposed to be on. Oh man, I'm surrounded by corpses. There it is, there it is. I'll take it! Now let's get it to... Let's see if we can get it to that goddamn room without getting our guts ripped out. Holy crap, it's really scary. I can't tell you, it's really scary because the alien is lethal. I mean, absolutely lethal. So I think that's it heating up or whatever. Yeah, it kills you, you know, with extreme prejudice in an instant. You don't stand a chance at all. If he wants you, you're dead. Oh god, he's coming. Is he coming? It looks like it, doesn't it? But that's right in the room. No, it must be in the vents. Oh man, you know, like a little girly boy just hiding in a cupboard. Oh god! Oh no, there it is. Shit, thank god I came in. Hey, look at that. Oh wow, that is freaking huge. It's really hard to experience, I think, on a screen, just how big that creature is. I don't even know, maybe 10 foot or something, twice my height, but it is huge. I think it might be going back up into the vent. Directly ahead now, huh? Yeah, it's back in the vent. Alright, I'm going to creep around because I really don't. These particles are stunning. I really don't want to get my liver poked out. Oh shit! That little noise where it goes. That means that he's come within the range of the tracker, even without looking at the tracker. It just gives you a little heads up that he's on you. Here it is. Can't see him in there, so he's in the vents. That's a good sign. Alright, looks like we've got to use this access rewire. These things are great. I love all this stuff. So again, sticks to your face, bit of a pain, but turn on vent access I can't because it says here power available 0, network capacity to that 4. So I have to turn off air purification, which is there, to turn on vent access, which is there.
There's a doctor in that senior medical officer. Should be able to find out where they're keeping everything around.
Holy crap, it's in the other room. Oh gosh. Is there anywhere to hide in here? Is there bollocks? Oh god. Oh, that is bad news. Yeah, look. It's in there. It's really smart. It seems to have excellent AI. It finds you without blinking an eyelid, and I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it definitely uses smell. It definitely uses a type of smell. You know, if you're close, it can work out where you are. It can hear you breathing even, apparently. Oh man. Okay, it's above me. It's all good. It's in the vents. It can obviously hear you from a mile away, and it's much more visually perceptive than the android enemies or the human enemies that I've faced so far. It's really freaking lethal. But let's take advantage of the fact that it's currently in the vent system and make our way through the vent system ourselves. Thankfully it's a separate vent system, I believe. Alright. Okay. Once again, another perfect example of using geometry. Look how much geometry there is in these vents. It's not just like, oh, it's a square tube with you know, little sort of crossing on the metal. No, they've gone mental. You've got pipes, you've got grills. You know, it's really nice. Put a lot of work into every inch of this, and it shows. I mean, on VR, it shows. You end up looking at stuff. Something about VR, it's just the experience of it. You're like, oh, that's cool. You're looking at everything like this, the watch there, the double-headed watch. You've got this really nice skin shader on the character, which makes it look just like flesh. Wonderful stuff. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Really makes a difference in VR. And this feels a lot like climbing. It's really cool. Let's turn that off. Alright, here we go. I don't want to drop down into a death trap. It's all good though so far. Ooh. Alright. Got a map here. Looking around it, it's like a big TV screen. It's like a giant cinema screen. That's really cool. It's a really nice touch. So straight ahead and left it seems. Just keep our eye out for this. For this alien, God, honestly, it's really intense. So, what is there to grab here? I need a save point because you can only save at those phones. The phone that I started at, that phone is a save point. Outside of those things, you're on your own. You know, I'd have to go right back there if I died now. So, and put all the goddamn cooling stuff in and all that stuff all over again. Oh, it's like a big fat sumo toy. Great. even things like this, little things. It says mode there. Here's an idea of the resolution, right? So you got filter, you got mode. That's all great. I'm sure you can see that in the vid. As I move away now, I can read it there, which isn't bad. That's like what, 4 feet, and it's very small, so that's pretty good. Module sector A1. But if I move away until it's okay, I mean that's almost disappeared now. There, it's gone, so I can't really see it even. Black little blobs, black smudge, black smudge, black smudge. Mode, right there, mode. So it's pretty bloody good actually. It's not bad. You really get a good sense of the detail that they've put in. Oh shit. Got some true black smearing going on in here. Yeah, the Rift has an issue called true black smearing where any colour. Whoa! Fuck indeed. Holy crapola. Well, it's gonna come now, isn't it? Man, that's not good. Whoa. Okay, that was pretty damned intense. Alright, here's something weird, right? I could see my motion tracker there, it's right there, but it's not doing anything. There's only when I hold it up that it actually does something, which seems a bit weird. Okay, so you can see if I lean forward it disappears into the wall there, which is obviously not so hot. God, that really made me jump, that was horrendous. He's in the vents, so I think we're all good for a little while. Alright, broken glass, nice skeleton there. Update map, why not? Let's see what's on. Oh look, sensor, excellent. Does that mean I can make does that mean I can make my EMP mine? No. Flashback? No. No. No! None of those things, none of the above. Please don't frickin' spear me while I'm on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay. Flipping heck. That is horrible. Okay, being able to look around the monitor like this absolutely rules. Okay, personnel. Dispensary is empty. Shared. Death certificate. Audio. Utility. Report. Lingard. That's what I'm looking for. Sweet.
This is Lingard. The senior medical officer to
Alright, if I should maybe skip this. I don't want any spoilers. Yeah. No spoilers, huh? So, skipped. Alright. It is scary in here, I can't tell you. It really is scary in here. It's not like you can look away when it's too much, it's... Oh my god. Why when the alien opens the door am I like, hello? Oh fuck. Ooga sugar. Holy moly. Whew. He's gone. He went in the bin. Wow, he's huge and he's freaking scary. Dudes. That's a really nice fire effect too with all the blasted shit. Where is that? cigs, chess, game of chess being played there. Some things never get old, huh? Still playing chess women, travelling in stellar space. You haven't come up with anything better. It is good though, isn't it? Yeah, check that out, chicken nuggets, fried chicken, like, horse burger. It says horse burger. Horse burger, what else we got there? Veggie wrap, hamburger. So we're still eating crap. Coin return, coin release. It's just a level of detail that really impressive work. The guys over at the, yes, that's a health injector. The guys over, the developer deserves big old kudos for this, man. It's properly brilliant. Blasting cap. You know, I can see how high the roof is there. So, okay guys, that's Alien Isolation. I think my stream broke down at some point, but I prattled on and played on regardless, unaware. So anyway, it's a good introduction, I guess, to Alien Isolation. I massively recommend it. If you've got a Rift, I think it's almost like sacrilegious not to get that game, because it's a really cool experience. If you don't have a Rift, or you're waiting for a Rift, you know, hang in there. The day it arrives, it's a beautiful thing. You know, the expectations somewhat outstrip the real experience, but it is awesome, truly awesome. And I do think it's going to change the way we game, because I can't imagine playing that on a screen now. It's a totally different experience. You know, you've heard it all before, but just the sense of actually being in a place, particularly a place so wonderfully recreated as that, really does have a profound impact on the way you sort of experience it, and also the way that you remember it, because it's a bit like, you don't remember it like, oh, it's a game I played, and you're trying to go back through the images of what it was that you were looking at. It's more like, oh, it's a place I went. It's a totally different sort of. It seems to store itself memory-wise in a different kind of way. It's powerful stuff. It's an amazing thing. So yeah, massively recommended. I'm going to be doing tutorials, as I say, for setting these things up. I'll be getting those things online as fast as I can, basically. You've been listening to Virtual Reality Junkie, and again in association with BALD, the British Artists Learning and Development Collective, with the intention that we're gonna try and make it as easy as possible for people who are waiting for the Rift to be ready when it comes, to get up and running basically as fast as possible. Again, you know, we're hoping, or I'm hoping with some friends to develop for it. And I'll be going through those things with you as well as we go along. So thanks very much. Comment, ask me what you'd like to see, if you want to see me play specific games. I'm totally open. If I can get it working, I'll give it a blast. And like and subscribe. Thanks very much.